Mind of the Meanie is now an exclusive brand partner with WWEshop.com. Pick up all your favorite new merchandise from Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge me.
Cody Rhodes.
I have to finish the story.
LA Knight.
Let me talk to you.
And more using our exclusive link in the show notes. Click below and show your support today for your favorite WWE superstar at WWEshop.com.
Yeah!
You know, Meanie,
What's that, Adam?
we hear this a lot. Every CBD company tells you that their product is the best. With quality control measures like lab testing and QR codes now becoming the standard, it can start to seem like all CBD brands are the same, but I'm here to tell you something, Meanie. They are not. Knowing what makes certain brands better will help you spend your money more wisely and have more confidence as you incorporate CBD oils, topicals, capsules, or gummies into your own wellness routine. And that's why we're proud to partner with Green Road CBD as an official sponsor of Mind of the Meanie. And Meanie, I know you're a longtime user of Green Road CBD. How has Green Road CBD helped you in your life?
Let me tell you, Green Road CBD is a product I've been using for years. And when we started Mind of the Meanie, I always was like, let's get Green Roads as a sponsor because I use them almost daily. Whether it's the gummies, you know, to take care of the aches and pains of 30 years of wrestling, the topical solutions that help my knees, help my back, help my elbows, help my shoulders. Green Road CBD has done everything to help me maintain a pain-free existence from all the years of wear and tear as a professional wrestler.
And to me, Meanie, that sounds like the Green Road's difference. And it comes down to a really few important points. They're just part of the reason that they've won industry awards year after year, earned thousands of five-star reviews, and have heard countless stories from customers just like you about the impact that those products have had on your life. So Green Roads is led by a compounding pharmacist with 25 years of experience helping her community getting healthy. For her and the entire company, it's more than just a job, it's a mission. And not all hemp sourcing is equal, Meanie. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. But they select their hemp from high-quality American farms, and also not all lab testing is equal, which is why they use an accredited independent lab to conduct full panel tests on every single batch. And that's why Green Roads is an original manufacturer, not just a quote-unquote white label brand. So right now, you can go to greenroads.com, Meanie, and save 25% off of your entire purchase. Wow. 25% off of everything, Meanie. That's huge. And all you have to do is go to their website right now, greenroads.com, and use promo code MEANIE at checkout. It's 25% off your entire purchase by using promo code MEANIE at greenroads.com. Own the day with Green Road CBD, and we thank them for sponsoring the program.
This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie! What's on your mind?
Oh, man, what a fucking week.
Phew.
What a week.
Good grief.
How you
man.
doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm here. I am existing on this beautiful Sunday morning. Just got back from the gym. I'm 30 pounds lighter as of this week. So I'm very excited about that. But life is good, man. How about you? You doing all right?
Yeah, other than a few minor car issues this week, I'm doing all right, man. Doing all right. Fucking Wednesday, I had someplace to be. And Mrs. Meanie was like, hey, before you leave, can you run me to the supermarket real quick? I was like, yeah. So we run over to the Audi here in South Philly. And she's like, hey, well, I'm in here real quick. I'll run around, grab a few things. Want to run over to Dunkin', get some coffees, before you go? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. So I drop her off, give her a quarter for the cart, and I go to make a left to turn and head towards the exit of the parking lot. And my left driver's side tire comes right off the fucking axle. And it was the most bizarre thing ever. I make a left. I feel my car like dip. I'm like, all right, put this thing in park, get out, look, tire's totally aiming the other way. I'm like, okay, well, this sucks.
Yikes.
So I call a couple friends. I was supposed to meet up with somebody. I was like, hey, I'm going to be late.
Yeah, real quick, got a problem?
Sent him a photo. I was like, hey, this is what's going on. He's like, hey, don't move. So apparently my friend knows people. And he sent a tow truck to take me over to my usual mechanic. And got it fixed. Amazingly, it got fixed in like 2.5 hours.
Jesus, man.
But I'm one of those people that believes, things happen for a fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I'm so grateful Mrs. Meanie said, hey, can we go to the supermarket real quick? Because if she hadn't, I might be on 95 when that happened.
Yeah.
And good chance, all bets are off once you're on the highway going, 60, 70 miles per hour, So if that happened, thankfully I was only doing like 5 miles an hour when I started my turn. And
right.
I was like, motherfucker. No, I was angry, but grateful that it happened in the way it did. And then, the tire comes off. I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, I could probably use some new tires too. So looking at my 2 front tires, talking to my mechanic. I was like, hey, these 2 fronts, I need to replace them. He's like, oh, the place right next door is pretty good. So he fixed it. I drive off. And I go next door. I just get a couple of used tires. I was like, yeah. Throws them on. I pay him. I tip the guy. I tip my mechanic too. But so driving, go home, get the coffees I was supposed to get, and go home, chill out. Next day, I'm going to do the thing I was supposed to do, but I couldn't because my car, sabotaged me. So I'm going up 95 again, and the front tire that I had just bought goes flat. I'm driving. I'm here. I'm like, oh shit, pull over, and I'm on 95. I'm like, motherfucker. So I call my friend again. Hey, that thing we're supposed to do, it happened again. Oh
man, dude.
So I was like, let me call AAA. I have a jack, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. It's not one of those hydraulic Johns.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I had to part the thing to get the lug nuts off. So I was like, fuck. Let me call AAA.
Yeah.
So I put in the order. It says it's going to take about an hour. I'm like, all right. That's per usual. And it was heavy traffic. So I'm sitting there and get a call. I'm like, I answer it. It's the AAA guy. It's like, hey, man, I just passed where you're supposed to be. I didn't see you. It's like, dude, I'm literally on 95 underneath the sign that says exit 35. 95 right before Woodhaven.
Okay, I know exactly where you're at. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you get off of I'm looking at Woodhaven, the Woodhaven exit 35. Yeah. I'm looking at it. I'm underneath the sign that says exit 35, 1 mile. Yeah, I didn't see you. I was like, well.
Then you weren't fucking looking. Yeah.
I'm here. And he's like, can you drop me a pin? I went, excuse me? I don't have an iPhone. So I sent him like a Google Maps thing for my coordinates.
Yeah.
And then I literally sent him a photo of me underneath the sign that explicitly, you couldn't make it any more clear where I was. okay, I'm going to have to loop around because you have to loop around. You have to go down 95, get off, come back up 95. I'm like,
I just want you to be aware, anybody who's listening to this, you can see my face. If you could see my face right now, I'm frustrated for Meanie because I've been in this position before where I've popped a flat or a car, something happens, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't know where you're at. I'm like, I cannot, like, if I sent you smoke signals and my exact GPS coordinates, like, how do you not fucking find me? I'm sorry. I'm elevated for you right now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wish I had that smoke signals line in my back pocket.
Oh my God.
I could have used you in that situation.
Oh my God. I'm angry for you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
So this genius, he, and you know where I'm at, right?
Yeah.
So the loop around should take what, 20 minutes?
From where you're at Woodhaven? Yeah, about that. Yeah.
You go back down 95, go off next exit, come back up.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. You can see his vehicle on the fucking app. Takes another 45 minutes for him to do that loop around. I'm like, all right. So, and meanwhile, I know there's a tire place right across the street for where I got me my buddy. You know, I was like, look, he'll come. He'll put the fucking donut on for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fucking go to the tire place, get my tire fucking changed.
Yeah.
I'll be good. And we can still do the thing we had to do.
Yeah.
So he takes him, well, I'll be generous, half hour, half hour, 35 minutes. He shows up. He's driving up the shoulder with his blinkers on. And he just stops behind my car. I'm looking at him. And I'm looking at him. And I'm still looking at him. And 3 minutes go by, 4 minutes go by. He still hasn't gotten out of his vehicle to come over to help me. I'm like, all right. He's just sitting there with his head to the side like he's daydreaming. I don't know if he's on his phone. I don't know. I'm just standing there knowing I'm sweating my balls off. I just want to get this tire changed. I still have some time to get to the fucking tire place. All right. He gets out. Doop, doop, doop. He comes over, looks at my tire, looks at the tire, goes back, gets his, hydraulic jack, comes over, jacks it up, goes to fucking change the lug nuts, and the bit on his drill doesn't fit.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding? Sorry.
Right.
What the fuck, man?
He's like, sorry. Oh, this doesn't fit. These are post-market. Like, explain that. I'm dumb. Explain that to me.
Yeah, explain to me like I'm 5. What the fuck does that mean?
But do you have something I could use to? It's like you're AAA. Your roadside assistance, buddy. How do you not have the thing to take my lug nuts off? That's your job.
Was he not aware that there were different type of cars, different type of tires, different type
brother? I don't know.
Oh my God, dude.
He goes, well, I'm going to have to put you in for a tow. I went, all right. So I'll get towed to the tire fucking place. All right. Still have some time. And so the lady from AAA calls while he's there. I was like, yeah, your buddy doesn't have a thing to take my lug nuts off. The guy from AAA, automobiles, can't take my tire off. She's like, well, I'm sorry, sir. Sometimes this happens. I was like, AAA.
Right. Jesse says, if I'd have told him then and there, if I had that shit, why would I need you here?
Right. And I'm trying not to be a dick.
Right. No, I know.
Be a dick. And he was a little bit late because he had to, take care of somebody before me. I'm like, all right. So she's like, and the lady on the phone goes, well, we have you in for a tow. I was like, where are you going to? I give her the address. I'm like, all right, fuck. So, dipshit leaves. And I'm sitting there waiting for the tow truck. And lo and behold, I'm looking around my car. Fuck, I have one. I didn't even see it. I have one of those star gimmicks.
Okay.
The 4 different thing to take a lug nuts. I found the one that fits my fucking lug nuts. I'm like,
there you go.
what son of a bitch. I could have used this 15 minutes ago. So I'm sitting there. And meanwhile, people were pulling over and to see if I'm okay. Like some good Samaritans are coming over. Hey, buddy, you need help? And it turns out that one guy who pulled over was a guy I actually knew. We had a mutual friend. We were both friends with Joey Campbell's from the Swamp Candles.
Oh, no shit.
Joey Campbell, not Joey Candle. Joey Campbell from the Swamp Candles. It's like, hey, man, what's up? I was like, I'm telling these people, yeah, I'm good. AAA's on the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so I'm sitting there. Hour and a half goes by. I'm looking at my phone. So I'm fucking I'm trying to stay calm. It's fucking warm. I'm trying not to let the car run. So got no AC. I got the door open, getting some fucking breeze. Getting a text alert. Your driver's here. Oh, great. I look up. No driver. I don't see a driver. I don't see any driver. I don't even see a mini driver. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, all right. I get up. I look. Maybe he's on the other side. Maybe he confused. No. None. No. Whatever. I'm like, all right. Call AAA back. Go through all the fucking prompts again. To talk to someone, press 4. What is your emergency? All that shit. So I get the fucking operator. I'm like, hey, buddy, called for the first guy didn't have my drill bit. Now they put me on for a tow. I got text alert. He's here. He's not here. I'm sitting here. And I'm 4 hours in at this point.
God damn.
Happened around like 3:30. It's getting to be about like 7:30. Meanwhile, I'm getting this pretty sweet tan. I'm getting a pretty good tan. So, and he's like looking through, he puts me on hold to look through everything. He's like, yeah, this is bizarre. I don't know why, it says he was there. It said no car, no number, but you're obviously there. Like, yes.
Yeah. I'm literally sitting right here. Like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm obvious. Like, what?
What? The background, those are cars passing me. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right. So he fucking he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna put in a thing for you, like one of those complaint thingies. Like, all right. And he's like, I was like, look, the first guy didn't have the drill bit. I found a star thing to fucking take these lug nuts off. I just need a jack. Yeah. And you just send somebody with a fucking jack that I trust. Like I have one of those old school fucking things, and I didn't have the part that you're supposed to turn to, slowly lift it up. I didn't have the.
Oh yeah, the actual jack piece. Like
I was like, dude, I'll do this, and it'll be like when Bill Bixby turned into the fucking Incredible Hulk when he's trying to fix that car, and the jack goes down, and he goes and he turns into the Hulk. That would be me, except for the whole turn into the Hulk part. So, guy goes, so you just need a tire change? I was, yes. I figured that'd be the quickest thing, right? That quicker than the tow. And by the way, it's past the fucking deadline to go to the tire place at this point. So they put me in for a fucking tire change. I look at the fucking app. It says ETA 2 hours. That would put me there at 9:00 at night from 3:30 in the afternoon.
2 hours?
Yeah. So the one friend who I had a mutual friend with Joey Campbell, I got in his number. I was like, hey, bro, is that deal still on the table? And,
my God.
I mean, when he pulled over, he's coming off work. He's a fireman. He's in his fucking gear. And he's like, I was like, I'm in the exact same place. He goes, okay, give me a second. And he comes back. He's like, me and my boy on the way. I was like, holy shit, awesome. And it turns out, huge wrestling fan.
Nice.
Besides the fact that, we already had the mutual friend at Joey. And He's there in like 20 minutes.
Mm.
His boy. And they jack it up. They help me change it, put the donut on. I offered them to pay them. They wouldn't take the money. I was like, look, please take something for gas. No. So I go to where I have to be. You know, the thing I was supposed to do when my fucking tire flew off. And fucking, coming home that night, I just took the side roads. I was like, you know what? I have to, and I'll wake up I said, I'll get up in the morning. If you drive down Oregon Avenue, there's a million places to pull over. It's like, this probably just needs a patch.
Yeah. Something simple. Yeah.
Because when we took off the tire that went flat, we're like, this still looks good. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with them. We're looking at it. So I was like, I'll wake up in the morning. I'll go to a tire place, see if they'll patch it up. Meanwhile, my back tire looks like it's got a slow flat. So I'm like, maybe I just hit something on the right side. It was on the right side of the car. Thank God.
Maybe jacked up both the tires, not unknowingly. Right.
Well, thank God it was on the driver's side because, trying to change a tire with, in the lane of traffic. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
So, wake up the next morning, go to one. I got a couple of usual spots. Sometimes it's hard to get my tires for whatever reason. So I go to the one place. I was like, hey, my tire went flat. Still looks good. Does it need? You can see if it needs a patch. Guy goes, okay. Well, I shouldn't say it like that because he was actually smart. He went, okay. So he looks at it. He goes, oh yeah, there's a tiny little tear here. He tried to fill the tear.
Oh man, yeah.
Tiny little tear on the inside, a place you can't patch. You can't. You can patch on the actual, bottom of the tire. You can't patch the side. So he patches it. No, I'm sorry. He changes it. I was like, hey, meanwhile, can you look at this back tire? It's got a little slow leak. He's like, yeah, because I forgot I had gotten a patch on it before. He's like, that's what's leaking. We only have one tire. I was like, fuck. So, and back in my head, I was like, oh, well, there's a place down the street I could go to. So he puts on the new tire on the front, slaps the fucking donut back on the back, go to the other place, get the tire changed, the back tire changed. So, the first tire, it's like, he told me the price. I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So he told me the price. I would have said, hold on, let me go to the other place and see if they have two tires. I'm a cheapskate. But, yeah, so I went and got that changed. And now I'm just been driving around for the last couple of days with the radio off, just listening for any odd, just, it's like, fuck. Well, I got to go somewhere today. I'm like, fuck. I have to go on the highway. I'm just like, motherfucker.
Oh man, I'd be nervous as hell, dude. I'd be nervous as hell to go back on that highway.
Yeah,
after all that, Jesus.
Yeah. So,
Phew.
God damn it, it's like that same. I'm like, I'm hoping it's one of those things where I'm 2 for 2 and not 2 for 3.
Yeah.
I'm knock on wood. The part got fixed for the tire. It was the ball joint and the something. He showed me. I was like, just do your magic, bro.
Yeah, just fix it. That's it.
Yeah. I don't even want to tell you how much that cost. And then the tires, I got the first 2 tires. There was like 2 tires for like $75. All right. And the one went flat. And I was like, most people would have went back to the place they got the tire from. I was like, I don't want to go back there. Because the guy might not even be there. Right. I don't fucking explain. I just want my fucking tire on the fucking car. I mean, I should have went to this other place the first time. I should have did the right thing, but I took the mechanic's advice. And so here I am, at 4 tires deep and a new ball joint.
Sheesh, man.
It's just like so. So the last couple of days have been a little stressful.
Yeah, I was going to say that's. It sounds like it's been raining shit over there, man. I saw the photos of the car, man, of the ball joint. Like I'm glad. It's frustrating.
But
No, I mean, you see, when we were talking, you said, and it was just like,
Oh yeah. I texted it to you. Yeah.
I'm glad that you were not like actually driving at a high rate of speed when that happened. Like that was my first thought, was like, oh fuck, like
That's nightmare fuel right there, bro.
Yes. That was I was scared. I was like, oh shit. Like I'm glad it's none of this is ideal, right? But you were in the ideal scenario, turning in a parking lot, getting coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like that was 5 miles an hour is so much more ideal than 50 down a fucking 95. And 95 is always a nightmare as it is anyway. So having to be stuck on there for any longer than the distance I need to get to, whew.
Yeah.
Nothing good ever happens on 95 either. That was where I think I told you the story. I don't know if I did. A couple years ago, I was picking up a lens from a colleague. I was doing a photography job that weekend. And I worked in Maryland at the time, and I took a different way to get to where she was. Because I was like, oh, it's like I could have gone the same direction I usually go, but I didn't on the way home. And I was driving. I was coming up 95, and I was heading on to I can't remember if it was 202, wherever it connects there. And a car pulled out in front of us, like literally jumped in the lane, like 3 or 4 cars in front of us. And there was zero way for any of us to stop. Like there was just no time, right? So we all kind of conga lined, and I fucking plowed right into the back of this Ford Mustang, man. Popped the airbags. I mean, it was like the fucking the transmission was up. Like if you could have seen it, it was up in the front and like cockeyed into the engine. The car was still running. Like I probably could have still driven a car, but it was just wrecked, man. I sat there, waited for the Stadies to show up. Because it was on the highway. I think I sat there for like a good 30 minutes while they were trying to figure out what they wanted to do. Then the Stady drove me to the mall. I waited at the mall for them to show up for AAA or whoever it was that was coming to tow the car. Then the guy showed up. Again, it was like 2 or 3 hours late. I get to the car, and he tries to like scam me. And he's like, oh, you don't have to take this car wherever we're going. Like you and I can split this. And I was like, I don't want to split anything. Like this is technically a crime. So I want you to just like take my car where it needs to go. It was a fucking nightmare. So I try to avoid 95 like the plague, because I can't do it, man. I can't. But I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad Mrs. Meanie's okay. That sounds like an absolute fucking disaster of a couple of days.
She was a champ, because, she was going to go, food shop. And so she came, like, as soon as it happened, I walked in, found her. I was like, hey, come here, and showed her. And we're like, oh, fuck. So she ran back in, bought some waters, bought some Gatorades while we, waited for the tow truck. She's like, you know what? I'll just run in. I'll do some shopping. I'll walk home. You go with the car. I'm like,
yeah.
So thank you. Love you. And, she's a fucking trooper.
That's awesome.
So she, things happen for a fucking reason.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking maybe, that my tire went flat, right? So I'm going up 95, north. The tire goes flat. I get to where my friend is, and my friend tells me, yeah, there was a bad accident off the exit. You go, something with somebody on a motorcycle. So I'm like, that was somebody telling me, hang here for a second, because there's been a couple times where like something has delayed me from doing the thing I need to do. Like one time I was trying to leave somewhere, and I couldn't find my fucking car keys, and I'm, it's nighttime. I'm under my car with the flashlight on my phone. I'm running back into, the building and like looking around, find my keys, get on the road, and I get on 95 and I see like a 3-car pile up. I was like, well, that was just, somebody saying, hey, you don't need to be on 95 at this moment. Maybe I could have been in that 3-car pile up, so I'm hoping it was just an incident where somebody's like, you don't need to be, going where you're going right now. Something's to happen. So who knows, man, who knows? But, shout out to Jay, the guy who helped me, change my flat.
Yeah.
And, dude, I've changed a million fucking tires. I've been driving since 1991. I started driving, and I've driven all over the country. I've had flats in the least desirable areas, and had to hop out and change a tire, and I've done it. But I just, at this time, I didn't have the proper tools. And I'm paying AAA anyway, so I was like,
yeah.
Oh, and then like I had the email in my inbox from the guy who put the ticket in for me, explaining everything that happened. Said, please, reply to this. So sorry this happened. And I went and typed up this like long, lengthy, detailed everything I just said here, and sent it. And I haven't heard back yet, but.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Well, I'm glad you're all right, man. That sounds like a rough couple of days for you guys, and I'm glad everything is hopefully, like I said, it's 2 for 2. Everything's good. We're good now. It'll be good today. We'll be fine. Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be good.
Yeah, the car's fixed for now, and tires are changed, and maybe I'm due for an oil change, but I'll do that sometime during the week. That's been my day. And
man.
I guess the good things that came out, I posted on Facebook, this frustration. And I don't like to be that guy to, woe is me. But I was like, I've just been sitting here for 4 hours, blah, blah, blah. People reached out in my inbox and gave me some useful advice and some heads up for like next time. So, so like a couple friends who, have a couple, different jobs with the highways, and they're like, dude, next time just call me this, that, and the other thing. And like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. So I got that little nugget in my back pocket. So
there you go.
But I'm just happy to be alive.
Good. Yeah, we're happy to have you here, sir, on this beautiful Sunday morning. Got the Pod Squad here with us as well. Mass Sanity is here. Says greeting and salutations. Good morning. What's up? Jesse Brown is here too. Good morning, sir, to you. Vanessa Bello is here as well.
Ooh, Vanessa.
Lucha is here. Hey, everybody. Lucha. Machete Von Kill is here. Good morning. And we got Schlichter here as well. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. Don't forget to sign up today at patreon.com/MindOfTheMeanie. If you're listening to this right now and you'd like to watch us and you'd like to see our facial expressions as we tell the story, which you should because we're very expressive, go and sign up today. Tiers starting at just $10 American. Andrew Bailey is here. Hey now. Good morning, sir. We appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Let me see what we got going on here. Machete Von Kill says, I think I would have just said fuck it and driven on the rim. That's not a good idea, though. Last tow driver I had stole my phone charger and loose change out of the cubby. Good God.
Brother.
Yikes. Well, definitely just be careful out there. Jesse Brown says, just remember you can plug a tire long enough to limp it to a gas station for air and a repair shop for a patch. Never rely on a plug to repair the tire. That's good advice, sir. Thank you very much. And if the damage is close enough to the sidewall, unfortunately, you will need a new tire. Woof. Yikes, man.
Found that out.
Bueno. Jesse Brown says the burnt toast theory is regarding your, I guess, and as Vanessa says, your divine intervention, making sure that you're okay. All is well there. Man, it was like I said, I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you're feeling good. Wanted to talk about, it's been a wild wrestling week. Last week was crazy. And, I want to just kind of talk about Stephen Colbert and the Late Show going off the air, because I know we're both fans of the Late Show with David Letterman. Yes. And we can talk about that. So go ahead and we'll get started at the top, man. Did you have any of your favorite wrestling matches? And we have a question for Ask Meanie that I'm going to save. So I'm going to hold off on that one part until the end. But did you have any favorite matches you saw this past weekend with all the wrestling that we talked about last week?
I mean, it would have to be the IYO SKY Rhea Ripley match.
Yeah, man.
That was just like, it was a great wrestling weekend last weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't see All In. I watched the pre-show. I watched was it the Bash that was head-to-head with
Bash? The Great American Bash was head-to-head with All In. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. So I watched the Bash because It was free. No, well, not free. You know,
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was like wrestling all day. That was amazing. But watched Evolution and Rhea Ripley, IYO SKY, and talk about a story that they told. And then Naomi cashing in at the end, and I texted you. I said, "Did I call that?" And then you came back and let me know that I had called Naomi cashing in on the Trish Stratus match, the Tiffy and Trish match. I thought there would be like huge heat of, say, Trish wins the belt, and then Naomi comes out and cashes in on the legend.
Yeah.
Get the monster heat, But no, she came in and cashed in on IYO and Ripley, and just capped off. It was electrifying, man. It was so good. It was so good.
That whole Evolution card was, I would say, I mean, there was a lot of good wrestling this past week. There was a lot of it. And, main event, Saturday night's main event, we'll talk about in a little bit when we get to Ask Meanie. But on the whole, I would say for my money, Evolution was the best of the offerings from Friday to Sunday. Like it was pitch perfect. The women went out and just fucking crushed. And that IYO SKY Rhea Ripley match was, I mean, like I said, everything was good. You know how it is sometimes on PLEs or pay-per-views, like sometimes it feels like matches are filler, or it's like, oh, I don't know why this could have been a SmackDown match or a Raw match. There was not a single match on that card that felt out of place, that felt like it didn't drive a story. Everybody on there brought their fucking A game. The Trish and Tiffany match, I would say, was better than Tiffany and Charlotte at WrestleMania. And Charlotte's obviously one of the best to ever do it. But Trish came out there and fucking crushed, man. What an event, man.
She could still go, man.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would have been disappointed if she had won. People were like, you get people, bring her back to old timers, whatever.
Yeah.
Trish is still awesome. She could still go, and it was awesome to see.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. And let us know what your favorite matches were. Tweet us at Mind of the Meanie, and we will talk about it this upcoming week. Jesse says, my only complaint with Evolution was the matches seemed hellish short, especially the Battle Royal. Yeah, I felt they were I feel like a lot of them could have gone longer. Like I'm glad Stephanie Vaquer won the Battle Royal. I felt like that was kind of coming. I feel like they're going to elevate her in a main event spot. I definitely think she can be a top tier talent with the company. But yeah, I would agree with that. I felt like I wanted them to go a little bit longer. However, I will say, and meaning I think we can agree on this. Yeah. The Rhea Ripley IYO SKY match was perfectly timed, especially with that cash in on Naomi. Like I think they had just like given it everything they could possibly give, and then boom, that fucking music hits. And I think that was a perfect end to that. And again, it allows them to build up to SummerSlam with the triple threat. Maybe this is the time Rhea Ripley gets the win over IYO, but we'll see. It was definitely a great weekend worth of wrestling. And Vanessa says, and they certainly reinforced the event by having mostly women's matches on Raw the very next night. Absolutely. Like they capitalized on it, utilizing the platform that they have on Netflix. I mean, they really just did a phenomenal job with women's wrestling this weekend, I would say.
Oh, dude, it was not only great for women's wrestling, it's great. It was great for wrestling all around. From all reports, the All In show was very good. And then Great American Bash was great, and then Evolution, was the perfect ending for a wrestling filled weekend.
Yep. Yeah, it was a really enjoyable weekend all the way around. Lots of friends out there in Texas at All In. Got to see a lot of fun stuff. Seahawk was out there interviewing the Hurt Business, had a really great segment with them. And Muscle Man Malcolm's got some fun stuff coming with Mark Briscoe. If you haven't seen Muscle Man's getting Mark Briscoe's Waffle House order, like we said, I have a vision in my head, sir. A vision. You, me, Malcolm, and Mark Briscoe shutting down a fucking Waffle House. I'm just throwing it out there.
Put up the out of food sign or whatever.
They'll be in Philly doing the residency at some point, and I really think we got to make this happen. So that would be exceptional content right there. But and then Vanessa Bello also too. We got to talk about this actually too, because I know this is the first part of main event we can keep here. Poor Seth Rollins, man. Like, holy shit, man. And I know that there is, and I'll let you comment on this, but I just want to tee you up here with this. Meanie and I, we and my brother Matthew and Sam Krebs, the executive voice, we have a group chat. We talk wrestling, we talk different things. And as soon as the Seth Rollins spot happened, where he injured his knee, the first thought in my head was, "That's a shoot, brother. There's no way. There is no way that wasn't." So I want to get your thoughts on what happened in the ring and what you said. I want you to repeat to me what you said as well, because I thought it was pretty good.
Ooh, you might have to remind me on that.
Oh, it was just about the visual cues that you saw, because I know being in the industry, you have that it's like a secret handshake almost, right? Like you can see things that the layperson can't. So I wanted to know your thoughts on Seth Rollins' injury.
Yeah, he did that dive in, the forward roll, and then went to go do the side, the lion salt, and LA Knight rolls out of the way, and Seth goes to stick the landing, and he just the way he landed, it was like, do you ever see those videos of cats landing on tinfoil?
Mm-hmm.
Where they just I recognized that when his right leg came up, I recognized that right away.
Yeah,
I recognized that right away. There's been times where I've gotten pain and, instant reaction just like that. And, the fact that he went down, LA, backed off, saw the referee coming over, reaching for a communication device to, talk to gorilla position. You can see her talking to, whoever's, in the gorilla position. And then, talking to Seth, relaying information from the gorilla position to Seth, and Seth back to the gorilla position. Then the doctor dives in, which is not uncommon, but just the way it was done, whatever momentum was there, it was dead.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, this is something serious. You could just feel it. And then, Paul's standing there with, concerned look on his face. And I think, to Seth's credit, he just manned up and mustered up enough strength to stand up just to take LA Knight's finish on a blown, on a torn, whatever's wrong with his knee. I didn't hear what's, wrong with his knee, but I'm going to assume it was like an ACL or MCL. And, he took the finish, took the pin, 1, 2, 3, which who knows if that's the planned finish, but but as soon as that happened, I knew it. I felt it, I recognized that cell, and I was looking out for the inside, baseball stuff, the ref reaching back, to hit the button to talk back to, the gorilla position, and shout out, LA Knight hits the finish 1, 2, 3, and I think this is the same knee he hurt 10 years ago.
It is, yeah.
Dude, I've I automatically thought to Crowbar, because Crowbar, posts on social media. Crowbar is a physical therapist, and he had been saying, certain things don't need to be done in the ring anymore. That whole doing the flip and sticking the landing, does so much more damage than if you would just take the bump.
Right.
Say if I was going to do a moonsault, it's safer for me to just land flat, pancake, and then instead of trying to land on my feet, and charge for something. He says it does so much damage to your knees, and it puts you in a high risk for a tear. So that happened. I was like, oh man, Crowbar was right. Him being a physical therapist and all, but yeah, just shout out to Seth. He was on the Rich Eisen show the day after, or 2 days after, and he was about to go down to Birmingham they're waiting for the swelling to go down. So he's going to Birmingham to get a proper diagnosis. But, he's got the money in the bank briefcase. Who knows how long it's going to take his knee to heal. People are trying to do the math and be like, well, he doesn't have to defend the briefcase until July of something or whatever.
till next year. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're trying to figure out the timetable on that. But, just like with my, Mrs. Meanie saying, hey, can we stop at the supermarket for something? Maybe this was, a blessing in disguise,
Yeah.
He'll get time to get his knee done, heal up the rest of his body, whatever was,
ailing him. Yeah.
Ailing him will be able to heal. He'll, get a chance to, get some family time. And then, talk about like the ultimate cash in. If his knee heals up quick enough and he comes back and does the cash in, it'll be even, that much more explosive. Like, back in the day, somebody would get injured and they would do a return in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now he's got the briefcase. If he is out of sight, out of mind for a couple months, 6-7 months, and then out of nowhere cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase, that pop will be huge.
Yeah.
So, it sucks. He's injured. I wish he wasn't injured, but in a way, could be a blessing in disguise.
It's Mass Sanity's here saying Paul Heyman has stressed that Rollins has until June to cash in. Yes, and I'm going to post this, and I promise, Blue, I'm trying to get right with the Lord here, so I'm going to keep my personal thoughts to myself, and I'll try to stick to just the facts here, okay? A certain observer seems to think it's a work.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay, and I always ask the question, if it's a work, what's the benefit,
listen to me closely. What is the benefit of this man doing all of this? Like, first of all, okay, I'm sorry, keeping my personal feelings aside on this, man. Like, do you think they would have done something like that on NBC?
Right. On
primetime television?
Meanwhile, and the whole thing threw off the timing of the Goldberg match.
They had to go another, the whole thing was the reports from, and all the people that are inside of the wrestling media sphere, which I belong to, have all said that it's a legitimate injury.
Yeah.
They've all said that it's legit. Okay. What would be the point of him doing this right now when he is a part of arguably the biggest storyline in the company?
A big storyline with a new faction.
Right, a new faction, hot off the heels of WrestleMania. Again, do I think that the plan? This is what I think the plan was, and we can discuss this a little bit here. I think the plan was that Punk was always going to go up against Gunther at SummerSlam. I think that was always going to be the goal, and that Seth was going to fuck him out of the title. That's what the goal was. I don't think that's happening anymore. I think that they're going to pivot and they're going to do something else, but it doesn't make any sense. There's, like you said, there's no benefit to this idea that Seth Rollins is going to fake an injury. Why would he do that? The Mass Sanity even says it here too. And I've seen shit. People don't know what the fuck they're talking about online. You could probably ask Crowbar this too, but Rollins said he couldn't do an MRI due to the swelling, and it'll be looked at again in another week or so. That's very common in injuries that happen with knees in sports. It's incredibly common. And the way that he landed, like you said, to your point and Crowbar's point, there's no good way to land from that.
No.
There's no good way to take that move and land. I mean, you and I, we've both done that in our personal lives. We get up and step the wrong way. You're like, oh, fuck, I just felt that shoot up my ankle. Yep. Shit happens. Imagine doing this flip on live television and landing on your, there's no, people who say this kind of stuff are not I would be upset if this was a work. That's where and I feel as though you can tell, and you could even see Paul's face. You've worked with Paul and you know how his responses are. Yeah. You know what his inflections and tones are. Sorry, that specific observer makes me very upset when he says this kind of shit. And it's just just stop, please.
Yeah. It's definitely not a work. Like you said, it was on NBC. That's not a place where you waste valuable primetime, real estate, The NBC primetime is valuable. You talk about how many millions of dollars it is per minute just to, and with the advertising and all that stuff. And like I said, they still had the Gunther Goldberg match which threw the timing off on that. So, to the point where they had to throw in an awkward like commercial break during the Goldberg Gunther match because the whole time they have a time, everything's broken down down to the second.
Yeah.
In the production meeting with commercial breaks and all that stuff, it threw everything out of whack. You're going to do that for what? What's the benefit? Again, there's no benefit.
And it's like, to me, it's like, even, like with the NBC thing, like that is like it, like all of it is just like, that's like, to me, it's like, when you think about it, like logically, if they're going to do an angle like that, they're going to do it on Netflix. They're going to do it on USA. They might do it on a PLE. They're not going to do it at this event. And you can see them all kind of scrambling, right? It was like when Giovanni Vinci got the concussion in the ring and everybody was just kind of standing there, right? Remember, they stopped the match and everybody thought it was a work, and like Homeboy was laying there, didn't even know where the fuck he was. And Kofi and Jay are on the other side of the ring. They're like, what's going on? Like, nobody knew what to do, right? That's literally exactly what happened with LA Knight. And again, props to LA Knight for taking that time to assess and just going for it at the end.
He looked concerned,
And he looked frustrated. And when I say frustrated, I think I don't mean frustrated in the sense he was mad at Seth, but we talked about it too, was like concerned, like, oh shit, what are we going to do? Like, how do we? And you can see him. I need to find somebody who can lip read, because you can see him say something to Seth at the end. And then at the end of what he says, he goes, fuck. And you can see it's not a fuck like fuck you. It's like a fuck, oh my God, what happened? And I think that is there. I'm sorry. I don't believe it's a work.
No.
Ugh. Sorry. I apologize. I get a little hot about those kinds of things, sir. But I will say it is a little warm in here, isn't it? Perhaps
a little bit. Yeah.
Perhaps we could wet our whistles after, sir, a question.
And what would that be?
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to. It's time to ask Meanie anything. Ask me something.
Don't forget to tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskMeanie, and we will ask them on the program. Actually, too, and we'll get to that one part in a second, Mass, because I do want to talk about that as well. But Meanie, what you sipping on this morning, brother?
Hey, been a big fan of this one, the Polar Seltzer Lime. So
there we go. I was going to bring the grapefruit up, but I grabbed the wrong one. But this works too. This is the cheap shit from Aldi. This is the Sparkling Frost Lemonade, an acceptable substitute to the grapefruit here.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah.
There we go.
We hope you're sipping on something enjoyable wherever you are today. Cheers, beers, pinkies up.
Yep.
Oh, it's good shit. Oh, yeah. So we'll talk about this real fast here. It's turning into a question as well. Well, on the subject of injuries, best wishes to Adam Cole.
Oh, my God, yeah. Another sweetheart of a person. Seth's a great guy, but Adam Cole, man, sweetheart of a human being. Got to, local guy, too. He's originally from Reading here.
Mm-hmm.
And just got to see him come up to the Ring of Honor and everything. And man, if it's another concussion, as people are leading it to be believed, I should say, so sad. It's devastating, just for the fact that he's been battling, and there's been rumors of him dealing with memory loss, and it's my heart goes out to him.
That's a tough one, man. That's never a good thing. It's never a good thing with stuff with your head like that. And it would be a shame to see him have to hang it up. I know Kevin Owens is also, he just had his surgery recently. I think it was on the 18th. Yeah. And we'll be curious to see what happens with him next. And man, it's just a shame. It's a shame when this kind of stuff happens, but best wishes to everybody involved, including Seth Rollins. Hopefully they get it all figured out, and hopefully it's not too serious for any one of the three of them, but
the brain is a scary thing, man.
It is. It absolutely is. And I think, unfortunately, we've seen a lot of people in the industry have to retire because of that, And then Masson says, Adam Cole's 36. He's got plenty of good years ahead of him. Our entertainment isn't worth his health. You're goddamn right. He could take a few years away, maybe come back like Bryan Danielson or Christian Cage. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Happens.
They'll always have some value, whether it's, in front of the camera, behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he'll always be, he'll find a way to contribute no matter what.
Absolutely. I think he can talk. He could talk his fucking ass off too. So if he has to be, a TV authority figure or something along those lines for a while, I think he's definitely going to be set up properly. But Mass Sanity with our first question, which has been pinging around the interwebs for quite some time, and it has to do with Saturday night's main event and one Bill Goldberg. What are your thoughts on Goldberg's bitterness about his retirement match?
I mean, what more do you want? They book your retirement for Atlanta. They fly in, Chuck Zito, Ernest Cat Miller, Doug Dillinger was there. Mm-hmm. Doug Dillinger, head of security for WCW, was there. DDP was there. They had his son there. They had Doug Dillinger do the last bang in the door. All right, Goldberg, your match is up. They walk to the ring. You watch him go through Gorilla, comes out to the ring. And, you couldn't ask for a better situation. It looks like they went above and beyond for him for this match. And, yeah, like I said, the Seth thing threw a monkey wrench in it. But, I'm assuming Seth's match went shorter than what it was. So you would think that, hey, let's, trim off some time in the match, because he's mad because his speech got cut off. Well, if you're going to do a speech after the show, just cut some stuff out of your match.
Right.
You don't, all that stuff you called in the back, you don't have to do all of it. And for nothing, his match went longer than his matches usually go, and, like I said, time is money on NBC. NBC is not going to do any, spillage. They're not going over any time. On USA Network, you could probably do that because was it a fucking
rerun?
Rerun, where you can bleed into that. So NBC, that's primetime television. They ain't fucking letting you go over for nothing.
Yeah.
So if you want to do this speech at the end, cut and the fact that you probably got a little bit more time because the Seth thing went short. Trim your match up and make it a little bit more of an explosive match,
right?
And then take it home a little early, and that way you could get the majority of your speech on TV. But the fact is, they booked your retirement match for Atlanta where you made your bones, and then they brought in all the the folks to be there for your retirement match. How much more do you want? How much more do you need? And, it's, the fact that he even hinted that he's not done. It's like, well, you might not be done, but I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Because, I went through this with, Flair, the Ric Flair, in my mind, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels was Ric Flair's last match at WrestleMania in Orlando. However many years ago.
Correct.
Because, of course, we know Flair came back and had matches in TNA and then had that one last match. But, I'll ignore all that and just pretend Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair was his last match.
Yeah.
The way I pretend that, Shawn Michaels didn't come back in Saudi to team with Triple H against Kane and The Undertaker. I pretend that never happened. It's like that thing a cat does. If I can't see you, you can't see me. Right. He buries his face in the corner. Well, if you can't see me, if I can't see him, he can't see me. If I don't look at that match, it didn't exist.
That's exactly. I was just gonna say. Yep, it wasn't there. I refuse to watch it. I'm blissfully unaware. I have never seen those matches, so I won't watch them.
I'm not a shot at TNA, but I'm glad I gleefully didn't watch. Not gleefully. I gladly didn't watch.
Yeah.
I didn't have the channel. It was I forget which channel it was, but it was one of those ones I couldn't get. And so to me, I'm happy I didn't see it because I'm happy I didn't see his Flair's TNA run because in my mind, Shawn Michaels was his last match.
Yeah, I don't know. And we got people in the chat here talking about it too. And it's just like, they gave him a match on NBC, and not just a match, but like the main event.
Yeah.
For a championship.
Yeah.
That he's in design or in lineage, whenever they decide to merge the lineages together, like, you've already held that title. You've already had this title, and you're here. You went longer than anybody expected you to go. The match did not suck either. Like, that's the thing. Like, the match did not suck. For if they did, if the reports and stuff are true, and they were calling a lot of that on, if they were calling a lot of that on the fly, or adding the extra bonus stuff, stuff in there because of the Seth Rollins match, then they did a fucking phenomenal job. And that should, I mean, for me, people always talk about, oh, Goldberg can't wrestle, can't do this again. Well, it looked like he did pretty fucking good if that really was on the fly. He looked like he did, like, keep up, right? I just, to your point, like, I don't know what else they could have done.
Yeah.
You know, it's television. It's main TV. It's one of the top 4. A hard out's a hard out, man. That's what Vanessa was just saying too. A hard out is a hard out.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's you know, and then that's what Mass Entity says. They uploaded his entire speech on YouTube. He was treated fine. I don't know what else they could have done. Yeah.
And I had a thought there, and it dissipated into the,
I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, in that case, just, you know, chop a bunch of stuff out and go out there and have an explosive last match, and then do your retirement speech, and everybody walks away happy. You know, it's just
absolutely.
It's just, you know, it's that thing, that the finality of it. You know, that eats away at wrestlers. But he just, you know, this needs to stay away. You know?
Yeah, I feel like, for my money, that was a perfect send off to a WCW legend. I don't think anybody's ever gonna have a better final send off than Sting did. And I think that was perfect for what they did with Sting.
Yeah.
But you don't need to do any more, Bill. You've given us enough. We appreciate you. We love you, man. But that we're good. We don't need any more. Last question of the day comes from Andy Schlichter. I just had the chance to meet Hornswoggle at the Reading Phillies. Did you ever have to hide under the ring for anything?
Oh, a couple times in MLW. It became like the running gag that, like, you know, there's one time, you know, I've been a couple times in MLW where they hid me under the ring, and somebody reaches out to, you know, grab a weapon, and they pull me out instead, and it backfires, you know?
Yeah.
And most notably, there was one time at D-Sub Arena, and they had me, you know, they snuck me out under the ring, and I'm waiting, and something happened. The power went out, and they had to stall, and I'm under the ring for like a long time, and I almost fell asleep. But yeah, I've had to go under the ring a couple times. It's a little nerve wracking just to, you know, do the magic of sneaking out into the arena and getting under the ring, to not be seen, because people love to spoil shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there's sometimes, you know, you'll be under the ring and somebody takes a bump and the ring apron will fly up, and, you know, a fan might catch. There's a couple times where fans almost accidentally caught a glimpse of me, and I try my best to not be seen, you know, in those situations. But
yeah.
And dude, under the ring is so fucking loud.
Oh God, I can't even imagine.
Oh, it's beyond
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that a few times. You know, it's been fun.
And we want to thank you, because this is fun each and every week to do these questions with you and to talk to you each and every week. Don't forget to ask, or to drop your questions. Use the hashtag #AskMeanie. But Meanie, sir, you know what time it is, my man. All things blue or Meanie related, either one, when they're not listening to the program.
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Blue Meanie, BWO, on all forms of social media. To support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie. To support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. MadCareBeerCare.com. Get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil or Balm. Josh Thornton is doing an amazing job over there at Madcap Beer Care. All the money he makes over there goes to take care of the cats in this neighborhood. He rounds them up, takes them to bed, releases them back better than he found them. So if you're a cat lover like myself, go to madcapbeercare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself and many others. I'm trying not to spoil. Go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. The figure collection's Bone Crushing Wrestler Series 1's variants of the Blue Meanie are available now. All Series 1s can be ordered right now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. Type Blue Meanie in the search bar. Get regular Blue Meanie or BWO. Whichever you choose, there is no wrong choice. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, visit podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast. Book the Blue Guy. Let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Book through the site. Don't book through the app. The app takes too much of your hard-earned money, and the talent doesn't see any of it. But let's not. I've done a few over the last couple of weeks, and they've always been fun to do. Make somebody's day a little bit brighter. So if you want to make somebody's day a little bit brighter, go over to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. Most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and I don't even know if I'm on Blue Sky anymore, but I'll say it anyway in case you're there. I'm at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. So go and find me there. Go ahead and check out my show, Foundation Radio, at foundationradio.net or at youtube.com/@foundationradiopod. A recent interview with WWE superstar and friend of the show, Karrion Kross, is up live. And then this Tuesday, I have an interview conversation with professional competitive eater James Webb, star of the James Can Eat documentary that's coming out soon. So go ahead and check that out and go subscribe today at youtube.com/@foundationradiopod. Don't forget to check out my work on the network TV side at Screen Rant. Lots of great stuff, including my thoughts and commentary and analysis on the cancellation of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and the potential things that are coming from all that, including hopefully not the cancellation of The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. So check it out at screenrant.com. And Meanie, I have some news for you, sir.
Oh, what's that?
As you're listening to this, today is Monday, but you might be listening to this on Tuesday. Then Tuesday will be the very first day that I'll be joining a separate Valnet brand. That's right, I'm joining the Sportster. Me and Joe Biamonte, we are taking over that vertical, and we are changing everything that you know about it. We're leading with positivity, we're leading with fun, and you'll be seeing this guy's face doing live results of every single show that's on television. That's right, I'm a crazy person. Raw, Dynamite, Collision, and SmackDown. I'm doing them all. And I'll be doing their interviews. I'll be fielding for them at each and every event that I can possibly get my fat ass to. So you'll see me and Joe taking over on social media. So go check it out right now. Very excited to start back into the professional wrestling space with Valnet and with the Screen Rant machines behind it. So go to thesportster.com and follow on all socials. You'll see my pretty face there very, very soon. Shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville on the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Go ahead and see Kane, Jordan, and the rest of the team and get dollied up and gussied up for your next big event, and schedule your appointment today at 10thwardbarbershop.com. ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa DeMeanie and the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Tiers start at just $10 a month. We got lots of fun stuff coming up. We're working on a lot of fun things behind the scenes for you, our way to say thank you, because this show cannot run without you. And go to youtube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. Every single episode Meanie and I have ever done is there right now, and you can check it out. And don't forget to go to our socials right now and follow us to keep up to date with everything going on the show at Mind of the Meanie. We want to thank you for being here with us today, joining us each and every week on the program. Meanie, thank you, sir. Appreciate you, sir. For the Blue Meanie, I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind
Blue World Order
of the Meanie. Peace.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.